We are seeing disturbing scenes of looting and violence out of Ferguson, Missouri tonight. But as Micheal Brown's family joins the calls for calm, we are also hearing from Officer Wilson's side and seeing new photos of some injuries he suffered that fateful day. Trace Gallagher live in our West Coast newsroom with more. Trace?
Megan, the Brown family knew hours before we did that Officer Darren Wilson would not be indicted. Now the family has scheduled a press conference for tomorrow at 11 a.m. St. Louis time. But in the meantime, Micheal Brown's parents have released a statement that reads in part, quoting here, "We are profoundly disappointed that the killer of our child will not face the consequence of his actions. While we understand that many share our pain, we ask that you channel your frustration in ways that will make a positive change." The Browns go on to ask that every police officer in this country wears a body camera to record their every move. And then they called for calm, saying, quote, "We respectfully ask that you please keep your protests peaceful. Answering violence with violence is not the appropriate reaction." Lawyers for Officer Darren Wilson also issued a statement saying that Wilson did what he was trained to do, saying, quote, "We have maintained," and the grand jury agreed, that Officer Wilson's actions on August 9th were in accordance with the laws and regulations that govern the procedures of an officer. Going on to say, quote, "We recognize that many people will want to second guess the grand jury's decision." Officer Wilson also called for calm and then went on to thank those who have supported him. And we are now getting a first up-close look at the injuries that Darren Wilson suffered during his fight with Micheal Brown. We were told weeks and weeks ago that he fractured his eye socket when Brown punched him, but Wilson never confirmed that, nor did police, and the pictures only appear to show a facial injury, no eye socket injury, Megan. That's probably why it was never confirmed to us in the first place. Megan.
That's interesting to know. We had that. There was a .com report here at Fox News that said a fractured orbital socket as well. So that's corrected for the record. Well, before this decision went down, the Kelly file got a statement from Officer Darren Wilson. It was read to us by one of his supporters. Take a listen.
To all of the pro-Officer Wilson supporters, I would like to thank you all for standing up for me during this stressful time. Your support and dedication is amazing, and it is still hard to believe that all of these people that I have never met are doing so much for me. I wish I could attend and meet you, hug you, and personally thank you for all of your continued support. However, due to my and my family's safety, I am unable to. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and know that I would do the same for any of you.
This is we watch brand new video. Look at the fires burning. Fires burning, shots fired, stores looted as we saw people running out of the liquor store with bottles of booze and running out of the McDonald's with food and running out of other stores that have now been set on fire. We've spoken with some local business owners through their representatives, and they are angry and they are nervous and they are asking why. They have to pay a price. Protests coming in now from outside the White House as well. Just hours after President Obama made a statement calling for calm after the Ferguson decision. These protesters did not hear that calm. I do want to tell the folks at home that at least in one case, as somebody tried to loot, as a group of people tried to loot one store, some of the protesters lined up around them and tried to stop them from getting away with it. But, you know, that's what it's been like in Ferguson tonight, the highs and the lows, and some dreadful behavior and some laudable. As we continue to watch protests on the streets, we'll have a live report on what's happening next.